all right. 1, 2, 3. Once I was a man in a three-piece suit, locked up in my wall. The beast in me shadowed every way I'd crawl. And in my heart I knew there was no escape. I had no command. I was at the whim of all the flowing winds. Well, I left there in a fright, having no idea where I'd come to land. Where I did, I found myself a stranger there. Well, I woke up in a gutter on the cold, hard curb, feeling out of luck. Nothing was around, just a street lamp. Through the alleyways and the lamp-lit streets of the empty town, all the vacant houses really got me down. I wandered on like an old stray dog till the ocean view, California Avenue. Well, I looked out on the road and saw the sun going down on the ocean. A single star was hanging by the moon. You know, I was telling stories to the sun and rain while out on the run. A solemn soul out in the night to roam. The coldness of the night let down a cold, damp chill over the coastal road. Well, I walked a mile, my thumb held high, my story goes. And I left behind me all the times I'd fallen down or fell out of love. Memories out on the breeze till I am dust. The first song is a song called California Avenue. It goes back to, I think, 2010. And it derived out of just a wild dream where, I guess, like, where you sort of are placed down in different places across your life and also in different places across the country. And I woke up and just sort of, it was just vividly like weird scenarios, being chased by like some sort of monster up a mountain and sliding down a mudslide and all kinds of weird stuff. So just got down and wrote down all that imagery, and was at the time listening to some John Hartford music and sort of tried to put the energy of the John Hartford vibe into that song, and that's where
A lot of your songs
California
come from
Avenue
dreams, don't they, Mark?
That's
Do
true.
you like to sleep?
No, actually not very much. It's my 3:30 wake up this morning.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where that came from, and it was sort of just put together and arranged by the group once we had it sort of ready to go.
It's on one of our CDs too. We recorded it back in 2010.
2010. So the album is called California Avenue.
1, 2, 3, 4. It ain't no use to take the blame. It ain't no help to cry. Can you wet your dusty heart? What grows will wilt, will die. Standing here, the rain pouring down, falling like words from the sky. The drip, drip, drop from the heavenly heart with too much trouble in mind. Are we too old to start again? We wept away our lives. Our tears have filled the pregnant clouds, the darkened belly of the sky. Standing here, the rain pouring down, falling like words from the sky. The drip, drip, drop from the heavenly heart with too much trouble in mind. Standing here, the rain pouring down, falling like words from the sky. The drip, drip, drop from the heavenly heart with too much trouble in mind. The drip, drip, drop from the heavenly heart with too much trouble in mind. Next song was Words from the Sky, I think. That was off our most recent record that we did a couple years ago. I think we lost a year or so in here. The
What
record...
year is it?
What?
What year is it now?
Yeah, exactly.
2019.
The record was called Kissed by the Blue. That song, Words from the Sky, was a song I had, hacked together, and Mark and I came together and really, the finer points of editing, taking the right things out and leaving the right things in. And it really came together. It's a song about loss and rain, let's say.
That was a fun record to make because that was the first time I'd ever had, in the group, another songwriter that was bringing materials. And we spent some fun time. When Willie lived in Philadelphia, we had Tuesdays where we sort of got together and did some picking in the afternoons and got pretty into songwriting for a period of time together. It was
Yeah, that whole album had everybody's fingerprints all over it. It was really something good. 1, 2, 3, 1. Indifference. This one.
So Indifference is the instrumental that we did, and that one I think goes back to the 40s. It's often an accordion song. I played it for several years with a band in West Philly called Belleville Quartet, and a friend of mine, Zach Fay, used to play it on guitar, and then I started playing the melody on the dobro here, on the steel guitar as well, and so yeah, we
tried to keep up, I think, mostly.
We worked out a little arrangement, and it sounds great with layering in some harmony parts and some counterpoint with these guys. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a wacky tune. I always it's got a lot of notes.
So yeah, very fast up-tempo waltz. It's actually in 3, and yeah, these guys have a great arrangement that we put together.
Yeah, so
Mark's checking his notes.
I
What's the
was
next
like,
song?
yeah,
I know
what's
he's
the-
gonna ask
I
me.
actually don't remember.
yeah, this one is
What song is it?
it's called Dilating Eyes.
okay.
Yeah, this one tried not to make it about death and all that stuff, but this was
It's about death.
it's about death. And it took years to write because I think I had the words written for a long, long time, and then it finally came together. I guess 2019 we started playing it for the first time. So that was.
And you just recorded it.
I just
with a different
recorded
project.
it with an electric group with some piano and some electric guitar, some drums, and
Sounds great.
I'm very pleased with the turnout. But these guys also make it sound great. So
I also love the song and our arrangement of it. It's fun to play because that song, we do a lot of stuff that's this person plays, now this person plays, now this person plays, but that song is a real ensemble thing, So everybody just kind of creating a soundscape. And that bird was really featured pretty well. That's-
James gazed at the bend in the road bravely and staggered to the horrors, the red-stained snow. Frailly, his skin singed by the winter's wind, tires burning, the engine system groan. Time bending in vertigo, heart wrenching to depths that know no low. And he lay his profile close and settled into sinking by his side. His lover lay in with dilating eyes. And James weighed in the smoke and the swirl, sirens singing, deadened to the sorrow, the grief, the cold, sinking, blood rushing upon his skin, breath ceasing to whisper, miss the wind, and preciousness, his tender kiss, smiles, laughter, the dreams they'd wish to live. In reverie, he smiled, his memories immortalized drift by and go sweet behind the lenses of dilating eyes.
This is a newer song, I suppose, that we've put together called Forest of Hearts. I honestly, I love playing it here. It just, there's a lot of tree and flower and bird imagery, and it's a great place to be generally, and it's also a good place to play music here at Longwood Gardens. It's about, change and love and how people grow and change together or not, dealing with the, very, very old simile about human life and leaves and trees. They grow leaves, the leaves die, and they fall away, and then they make more dirt, basically, for more growth. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Won't you come take a walk in the forest with me, greeting the leaves as they wave on the branch and steep in the wet morning stillness. Bright little wren singing his song in the bushes and brush. Once the people have gone, he sings for his love as his voice carries up on the breeze against the creaking of trees. Leaves fall in the forest of hearts. They swoon and dart and tumble apart. They lie scattered on the earth and crumble to dirt to make more leaves for the forest of hearts. Bright reverie wait at our feet, the trees shaking down the divine to a vow. We read the signs in the leaves as they cover our path. Oh, potent brew in the wet morning dew, with the leaves all alight. As I sit here with you, our love distills as the autumn of youth brings the cold with colors rusted in gold. Leaves fall in the forest of hearts. They swoon and dart and tumble apart. They lie scattered on the earth and crumble to dirt to make more leaves for the forest of hearts. Maple tree, painting her leaves at the first kiss of frost, leaving brilliant cerise and reds like the blood and the wine that mix in our veins. Our love is a meadow and forest of change, furrowed and fallow, a lover's charade, awaiting the seeds from our hand and the sweat from our brow, with toil and bounty abound. Leaves fall in the forest of hearts. They swoon and dart and tumble apart. They lie scattered on the earth and crumble to dirt to make more leaves. Leaves fall in the forest of hearts. They swoon and dart and tumble apart. They lie scattered on the earth and crumble to dirt to make more leaves for the forest of hearts. Wabash Blues.
Wabash Blues. For me, I learned this one at an old time festival in upstate New York. What was that? Old Tone Festival. Yeah, just heard it played there, and was sort of making notes of some songs I didn't know that looked like fun. It actually was taught to us by a dobro player in the campground, and learned that it had words and brought it back to the group. Yeah, Delmore Brothers?
I think Delmore Brothers.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's got a challenging ending that these guys do a great job of nailing. But each time they do it, I just get to stop playing. I just watch them. Like, are they going to do it? And they did.
Yeah. Never fail.
Or they.
1, 2.
Oh, those Wabash Blues. I know I've got my dues. A lonesome soul of mine. I feel that I could die. Candlelight that gleams holds me in my dreams. I'll pack my walking shoes to lose those Wabash Blues. Oh, those Wabash Blues. I know I've got my dues. A lonesome soul of mine. I feel that I could die. Candlelight that gleams holds me in my dreams. I'll pack my walking shoes to lose those Wabash Blues.
It's amazing how well it comes together again. I'll say that.
Yeah, we just like 1-2 measures into the first song, and it just felt like coming home again.
Yeah.
And being out here at Longwood Gardens, we missed last season, so it's great to be back. And
Yes.
yeah,
Longwood has been a really big part of us sort of staying together as a group because, to play 3 hours of music and to have a reason to sort of come here and play and also have such a wonderful audience, food, the beverage, the vibe here, the interaction with the audience, an opportunity to engage with them and giving our music to them and sharing our live music as well. It's been something that we've enjoyed for a long time.
yeah, and the crowd seems to love it, love the band out
For
here.
sure. It really makes us feel good. You know?
There was a bird earlier.
I was just trying not to laugh the whole time.
I didn't know if that was one of your bird drone cameras coming in.